everybody, it's Stippling here, and I have another Bricklink haul with me. Now wait a minute, I know what you're thinking. I know I promised that the next video I did would be the episode 11 of 30-minute mocks, and I'm still doing that, but I wanted to take a brief moment and open this because I'm too excited not to. Also, the other reason why I want to open it is because it has parts within it that I actually need for the filming process. There's at least one character whose head is inside here. To prevent spoilers, I'm not gonna just open this up and pour out the contents because I don't want to show you that part. So I'm gonna just open this and then cut off camera for a moment, and I'll show you what's inside after I take out those pieces. Let's get to it. Always cut away from you, kids. Okay, looks like I got the box open. Before I do open it, I do want to reiterate the fact that I am going to be taking something out of here. If you want to see what's in here or figure out what's in here that I'm taking out, leave me a comment on January 1st, 2017, and I promise you I will tell you. But it has to be on that day. If you don't ask me on that specific day, I will never tell you, and you'll never know. Real quick, this is from Brick Universum, all the way out in Hamburg, Germany. So thank you for sending this to me, and thank you for sending it in such a pristine condition. This does not look like a box that came halfway around the world. Okay, so that part was removed, and I literally just put it right back in the box, so you'll see it more or less exactly as I got it. It's funny to figure out this is actually a Lego box. I did not realize that, so kudos to them for recycling boxes. So let's put this to the side, and we'll dump everything out. Splat! You can see, this was from the Droid Escape Pod. So let's put that to the side. And everything's packaged up really nice. It's got this preliminary outer layer as well as this inner layer of wrapping. Oh, missed some things. I actually bought this lot used, which kind of goes against everything I stand for. After the last haul had some used and damaged parts in them, I figured if I'm buying new parts that are used, I wonder what the used parts look like. So I wanted to give it a shot, and used lots generally have a lot more options and a lot more variety of parts. So this one had quite a bit of parts to it, so I went ahead and bought as much as I could used. Even if I have to put aside a couple really chewed up pieces, I don't really mind if the majority looks good. And just eyeballing what I see here, they all look pretty good to me. So to speed things along a bit, I'm gonna go ahead and divide these out by category, that way I can show them to you all at once. So for example, I'm gonna show you all the masks at once and then move on to weapons, that kind of thing. Okay, so it may not look like it to you, but this is in fact organized. So let's get started. We'll start with the basics. You know I have an obsession with dark red, so I got some dark red bone pieces. I got 4 in the greatest size of upper limb piece. I believe these might have been from Witch Doctor. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that, from Hero Factory. But yeah, I got 4 of them. I'm always a little skeptical and cautious about buying used bone pieces, because you don't know what kind of strength of the limbs they have in terms of friction. But these seem pretty good. I'm pleasantly happy with that. So I got 4 of those, and then I got 2 of the a little bit smaller upper limb pieces, also in dark red with that 1 pinhole in them. Continuing our theme of dark red, let's take a look at some weapons. I got these 2 old style Metru weapons from, I believe it was Vakama, Hordika Vakama. And these are not for mocking, these are actually for my Hordika Vakama that I have. The only thing he was missing were his weapons, so now I've got them. You can't beat a giant ice axe. Man, this thing looks painful. I really like the texturing on this. I thought it would be a little more translucent, more like the protector masks from 2015, but I still really like it. I like especially how there's even blue deep within the inner workings of this part, the handle part of it. That's pretty awesome. I can definitely use this. You'll notice a trend, there's a lot of Glatorian style weapons, helmets, armor, that kind of thing. Maybe not armor. But yeah, I really like the Glatorian era in terms of parts usage, because they're very similar in appearance to the modern era of Bionicle. So I got these weapons, I got 4 in black and red, and then I just got 1 in, I believe this might actually be glow in the dark. I'm not 100%, just looking at it, it looks glow in the dark. But I'm not certain. These all look great though. That's all for weapons. Let's move on to extremities. By extremities, I mean heads, feet, and hands. Mostly in this case, it's heads. We have these Avmatoran style heads. in neon greenish yellow. Most of these heads I purchased for the masks you'll see here in a bit, so that I could actually use them, because I only have one of these in total, and then a small amount of Glatorian heads, all in red. I got 4 of these in neon greenish yellow. Because they were cheap, I don't remember the exact price. I did get a couple more Avmatoran heads in trans neon orangish red. So there's 3 of those. Put my 1 in there, that makes 4. Looks like that's it for Avmatoran heads, but looking at regular Glatorian heads, I've got 3 in neon greenish yellow. And then a hodgepodge here. This isn't light blue, I think this is trans medium blue. It really looks icy and refreshing. I really like this color, I wish they would use it more. But I got 5 of those. And then I also got 2 green, just bright green Glatorian heads. Oh, that's what I believe to be a mistake. That's not a Glatorian head, that's a Hero Factory head. I'll have to double check my parts inventory, but I believe that's an error and I'll have to let them know about that. And last, for our extremity pieces, we have these big claw feet in gold. I don't know that I've ever had these in gold before. I'm pretty certain I haven't. And they were a little bit more expensive than I wanted to pay, but I got 4 of them, 2 pairs, so that'll give me some more opportunities for building. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to armor bits and other kinds of things. This is kind of a hodgepodge. Anything that could attach or connect to bulk out a figure I put here. We'll start off with 1 dark gray paw piece from Hero Factory. Wonder why I would need 1. One of my favorite armor pieces in its original version. I believe it's original. Volrock's armor. In the marbled style, it's marbled from tan to a reddish brown, I believe. And I got 2 of those. I would have preferred them to be pure tan, but these are great. I love how Bionicle 2016 really showcased ways you could use these and build things with them. Between the 2 pinholes and the axle sticking out, there's really a lot of opportunities to build custom limbs and that sort of thing. This has nothing to do with armor, but nowhere else to put it. These little wing bits, I got them in black, and I believe it's 8 I got? Yeah, I like to buy even numbers, so there's 8. Now this is something completely different. I believe this was from the buildable action line, the Knight's Kingdom, I think it was. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that. But these were from the Knight's Kingdom, and they continue my obsession with dark red. This one has a sticker on it. But they're pauldrons, literally pauldrons. This is exactly what they're for, nothing else but pauldrons. Definitely will have to use these in some fashion. I wish there were more connection opportunities. There's literally that 1 pinhole. So, unlike the Volrock's armor, which offers, not endless possibilities, but quite a variety of possibilities for connecting, this, you had to find a way to make the pinhole connect. That'll be interesting to try to use. Again, I got some comments in the comment section about how I don't like old parts, both in my previous Bricklink haul and in some of my Makatoriums, where I talked about how I keep my old parts isolated. I do like old parts, I just want to have a reason to use them. If I don't know how to use them or don't use them properly, there's no point. But I really like these. There's just 2 of them in white. I figured there'd be a good opportunity to maybe fill out the back of an armor, of a skeletal bone piece. Maybe not, doesn't look like it'll work. But hey, I'll figure out something for them. Okay, so I bought 2 of these, 2 sets of these I guess. They are from Hero Factory. Let me get them all out first, then I can talk about them. They're from Hero Factory. And they have this lava printing on them. And I thought that would be great because the most recent set of Bionicle had a lava guy, Lava Beast, and he had a lava chest plate. However, when I'm looking at this, it looks like the coloring is quite a bit different than that. Let me go ahead and grab that real quick and we can compare them. Yeah, this is definitely more yellowish, while this is more reddish. I think it could still work. Not as well as I had hoped. I wouldn't have bought these if I had realized they were so drastically different. They looked a lot more similar in the pictures, but I'll find a use for them, you know I always do. Next on our list we have 2 breastplates with absolutely nothing on them, just pure black breastplates. I know someone in the comments is going to have to mention you can remove the printing on the breastplates. I've tried it, let me Let me go grab that and show you the difference. On your left, you see the one I just purchased. This is a black breastplate. On your right, you'll see the one I did, where I removed the Lord of the Skull Spider's face from it. You can see it lost all sheen and gloss to it. It's literally just a matte finish now. And for someone who doesn't really care about how the finished model looks as long as it has the appropriate piece, this could be great. But for me, losing that gloss ruined this, and I don't use it. I kept it though. Okay, last thing. We have a large pair of these. I believe these were used in the vehicle lines. Ooh, you can definitely see some wear and tear there. For Bionicle. Yeah, these would be an example of why I don't buy used. You can see there's scuff marks, abuse in the pinholes from yanking and pushing too hard. We'll have to check and see if the clutch power on the axles are still strong enough to hold anything. Yeah, a little disappointed with these. These are what looks like dark gray. I don't know why I would buy them. Maybe they may have been a flat silver or a silver, but they're so worn and tarnished that they've kind of lost that sheen to it. I don't know if that is conveyed well enough on the camera, but so far most of what I've seen has been in pretty good shape, these not so much. Okay, I've saved the best for last, everyone's favorite, masks. I was really kind of in a lull with building. I felt like I was using the same masks over and over and over again. So when picking a store, I really wanted to pick somewhere that had enough variety of masks to really reinvigorate my creative spirit. So I got a collection of them, mostly using either the Avmatoran head or the Glatorian head. We're going to start with the Hero Factory heads because why not? My first and only blue mask is Surge. Some people may not like the aesthetic of Hero Factory, but I think this one looks pretty cool. Hated the guy's voice on the show though, that's probably why he kept getting cut out of the series each year. This next mask is also from Hero Factory and it's in silver. This is Thunder's head. It's a really cool head. It's like a better version of Split Face. Next we have Stringer's original mask, another great one. I always thought it was kind of weird that he has what appears to be 4 eyes. This could go either way, that could be a hero or a villain. These next two definitely couldn't go either way. This is definitely villainesque. It's Toxic Reapa from Hero Factory. I wasn't 100% certain on this one, but I want to say this still goes on the Glatorian head. Nope, that must go on a just a regular socket piece. I'll have to double check that. You can write in the comments what the original connection point for this was, I'd appreciate it. And then the other villain head is definitely one that uses the Glatorian head. And this is one of the best masks out there, it's Core Hunter. That's something out of nightmares. Okay, 5 Hero Factory helmets masks. And that leaves one thing left, and that's Bionicle masks. Let's start with this one. This is everyone's favorite Matau. His original form, not original, but his original Toa form, not the Hordika version of it. And again, just like Vakama's weapons, this is not for mocking, this is for repairing an old set. I'm just going to pop that right on the set and the set will be complete, so great. Now this is the point in the video where you can start laughing at me because I don't know all the names, and sometimes I mistake the name of the mask for the name of the character. So feel free to just make a list of all the things I screwed up on in the comments. This is from Stars. This is obviously Tahu's mask, and it's in Pearl Gold, the same Pearl Gold they use in the modern line of sets. So that's pretty awesome. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. It's kind of hard not to see Tahu on this, but I've never had one of these, so it was pretty cool to get. Next mask is a blend of black and dark red. Pretty certain this was a Makuta. Honestly, no idea which one this was. Post in the comments which one this was, laugh at me in the comments for not knowing, and let's move on. I love this mask. It's gotta be one of my favorites. This is actually one of the reasons I picked this store. A dark blue mask from Glatorian mask, and that's just fantastic. Condition is reasonable. That'll be great to make a dark blue figure. I love it when I can match the mask with the primary color scheme. Next on our list is this one, another Glatorian mask. You know, I'm not even going to bother naming them, I know most of these are Glatorian. This one's kind of cool because his lower half of his face will appear through here. So, that's interesting. Uh-oh, how'd this get in here? I may not be down with all of the old Bionicle names, but I know this one, Solex mask. Now this is a rock mask. They call it Stronius. I don't know if Stronius was the character or the name of the mask, but this one's really cool. It's huge, way bigger than I expected. I look forward to seeing if I can attach a beast jaw to this and see how that looks. Another another Bionicle mask. Also just the upper half with the lower face exposed. This one is from the same, I believe the same line that Solek came in, but I don't remember the name of this character or his mask. It's orange, another cool color for a mask that we never got in the rebooted Bionicle. I could say never got instead of haven't got because it's over. Another mask where I don't know if it's the name of the mask or the character, Attackis. Comment section. This is very similar to the mask I used for my Plague Beast, so maybe I can make another beast out of this one. It's a little thinner up here though. I want to say that maybe this was from the Stars line. I could be completely wrong on that though. I've had a long love relationship with this mask, but I've never actually had it. This thing looks awesome. It looks like a deformed version of the Protector mask we got. This looks like it fit right in with the current, now defunct generation of Bionicle. This is Vorox in all his glory. I have used his armor to death, and now I've actually got the face. I believe it's Vorox. Oh man, if it's not Vorox, I'm gonna hear some complaints. But this is another one that will be great for turning into a beast. I really wanted to make more beasts, I just didn't have the right equipment for it, namely the tops of their heads, so this will be another good option. So I saved what I believe to be the best mask for last. I could be completely off base with this. This is a Tacadox mask, or I don't know, Tacadox was the character, I'm pretty certain on that. But unlike Tacadox, from all the images I've seen, this one is in Pearl Dark Gray, so it's in gunmetal. I couldn't even find this on Brickset. I saw it on the store, but I could not find it on Brickset, so I don't know where this thing comes from. If someone could post in the comments what set this came from, I'd really appreciate it, but as far as I can tell, I can't find it. I just cannot find it. So let me know. That could just be my ignorance about the series, or I could have something pretty rare in my hands. I have no idea. Yep, so that's that. So this would be all the parts I got. I know I told you the euro amount, but I believe it was a little over $40 total. That's high. That's very high for the parts count, but considering the masks I got, the number of masks I got, I feel like I got a pretty good deal. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with this. Please post in the comments all the things I screwed up on. I know I joked a lot about it, but I really do appreciate when you guys correct me because it's a learning experience for me as well, and it allows me to brush up on some of the old Bionicle lore that I missed. Alright, so that's it. I'm going to get back to filming the 30-minute mock series. I promise that'll get out as soon as I possibly can. I'm working really hard on it, but it is a lot of work, so bear with me as I work through that. Thanks for watching.